Time for the mini rookie final for round 3. Jensen Chalk, who now has 416 points and continues to lead the championship, starts from pole position, looking to clean sweep the weekend. Starts on pole alongside him, AJ Bergdorf on the front row, now having taken up to 365 points his tally. Jeffrey Bake and Jack Freeman round out the second row. Max Jolly and Michael Zayak on row number 2, with Jente Moon and Vic van Kampenhout, Theo Steindal and Tape Niskanen rounding out the top 10. Steindal, the leading mini rookie after the final intermediate classification. Also, Ryan Rampadella, Liam Herboz, Albert Farrow, Matthias Verreken, Tristan Avils, Arthur Farrow, Vince van der Hollen starting 17th. Currently second in the championship on 383 points. He's got a lot of work to do. Head of Pauline Van Preet, Jesse Moonen, Liam Hauger, Maria Roberto starting 21st, head of Victor Reutz, Klaus Hans, Plamen Georgiev, Dejan Habits and Jack Depre rounding out the grid. So the drivers will now make their way towards the Michael Schumacher S here at Kerpen, ahead of their 11 minutes plus an additional lap final. Jensen Chalk has been the driver to beat all weekend long throughout the racing. And he has the perfect first foot forward to help him make it through. But there is a lot that can happen in 11 minutes. Also, one driver, that is Victor Reutz, will be starting from the back of the grid. The revs rise for the final. It's a false start. They're going to go round again. So the tension is building. Drivers settling themselves through the turns 7 and 8 chicane. And through now into Mudkova. Jensen Chalk and AJ Bergdorf once again lining up alongside each other. For those wondering at home, pole position will be on the right-hand side of the circuit. The adrenaline is building, the tension right through the roof. Jensen Chalk, who won the final at Marienburg at round 2, has continued his win rate right the way through. Victor Reutz, Michael Zayak and Vince van der Hollen have also taken a maximum score during points of the weekends. But here we go, the revs rise, the lights are out, we're underway for the final. Good start by the inside of the front row with Jensen Chalk leading Jeff Verbeek, Max Jolly up to P3 as everyone tries to get through into turn number 2. A little bit of wrestling with steering wheels. Oh, and up into the air. That was the number 10 of Jesse Moonen. And I think it was a kart that started with a 1-3. Looks like it's Pauline Van Preet, the 135 from Dams Racing, the young lady from Belgium, coming together rather heavily. And Pauline Van Preet was bouncing up and down in the air as a result of that incident off the exit of turn number 2, but Jensen Chalk has got an early getaway. So after the opening lap, Jensen Chalk leads. AJ Bergdorf second, Jeff Verbeek down to third, Jente Moonen up 3 places to fourth and is ahead of Hunter Motorsports' Max Jolly in the number 114. Theo Steindal The youngster in the number 30 from Latvia, now up 3 places. And is up to 6th ahead of Jack Freeman, Vic van Kampenhout, Michael Zayak and Albert Farrow round out the top 10. So Victor Knight's already making some headway. Might have already made up 3 places in the initial goings, but Pauline Van Plet is still going. Yes, Simonen is unfortunately looking to be out of the race as we come round the final corner once again. And Jensen Chalk still leads, but Jeff Verbeek closing in on AJ Bergerath for 2nd position. Now the hard braking zone, turn it in, rotate through turn number 2. Sweep the cart to the right-hand side into 3. Oh, and another incident has just happened at turn 2. Oh, one kicked up the dust. Not too sure who was involved in that incident. Just caught the tail end as it came through into shot. The top 3 covered by 3.5 tenths after the opening 2 laps. We still have just over 8 minutes 40 on the timer to go. Bergerath getting a good run through Mudkurva, closing ever so slightly to Jensen Chalk. Jeff Verbeek set the fastest lap last time around. Bergerath was fastest in sector 1. Max Jolly has got past Jente Moonen and now runs 4th. The top 3 line astern. Jolly trying to chase them down. Steindal, I think, might have just gotten through on one driver. Steindal running with GKS Lemons Power. And just got through on, I think, maybe Vic van Kampenhout in the 147. So the stalemate continues onwards here at the top 3. Chalk leads, Bergerath 2nd, Verbeek 3rd. Fastest lap of the race, Vince van der Hollen. Oh, and a mistake! Oh, AJ Bergerath's around. This is going to give the opportunity to Jeff Verbeek to maybe close on in on Jensen Chalk, but disaster for the 171 from SB Motorsport. Round and backwards went the 171 at turn number 2. Now Jensen Chalk has got Jeff Verbeek right up his rear exhaust. Max Jolly is going along for the ride in the number 114 for Hunter Motorsport. Now Max Jolly, who made his debut in Europe, let's not forget, last time out at round 2, has already amassed 236 points. And the thing is, the championship is decided by the best 10 of 12 scores over the course of the season. So you have 3 scores over the course of a weekend. So for qualifying heats, final intermediate classification, and the final itself. And this could really put Max Jolly as an outside bet for maybe a top 3, maybe even a top 5 in the championship standings come the season finale on the last weekend of September at Karting Genk. But AJ Bergerath rejoins in 12th position. That's a little bit of heartbreak. I'm not too sure if there might have been contact between Verbeek and Bergerath going into that second corner. But Verbeek is now gunning down and trying to get through on Jensen Chalk. But the thing is, Verbeek is Belgian meat in the British sandwich right about now, because Max Jolly on that CS55 chassis is absolutely hell-bent on trying to get through. He was 3rd in the final at Marienborg last time out. We're past the halfway point now. 5.5 minutes exactly on the timer to go, plus an additional lap. Verbeek is trying to really put the frighteners on Jensen Chalk, but Jensen Chalk has been around in mini and micro racing in Rotax for many a year. And one of the main people that's really helped his career, I have to give this man a shout out, Mark Baines. and his son Jordan have really helped Jensen and his dad Mike to really propel the young man to what he is now. But there's been an overtake happening. I think maybe Yenthi Moonen went wide through turn 5. Theo Steindal going through in the number 30. We're now on to lap number 8 of this race. And fastly about to come to complete said laps. 19 degrees air temperature, 49% humidity, cloud cover around 25%, northeasterly winds around 19 kilometers an hour. Give or take this about 11 mph. Pauline Van Peet has retired the karts, I'm afraid. So we're down to 24. There's a little bit of a 2 and 8 happening between Yenthi Moonen and Arthur Farrow. Arthur Farrow's had a really good climb up the order. He's looking up the inside through into turn 5. Oh, more drama. More drama there. And someone went around. I don't know, it wasn't Vic Van Kampen out. I think it might have been Arthur Farrow. He went for the move up the inside through at turn 5. It's a difficult place to pass, but if you pull off that move, you're going to be really, really filled full of adrenaline. And more to the point, you're going to have that. You're going to be grinning like the Cheshire Cat. So the top 6, it was Arthur Farrow. That's a real shame. He made up 9 places to that point. Meantime, the comeback kid, AJ Berggraff, trying to go side by side with Poland's Michael Zajak through turn 2. So the drivers make their way down the dip. Berggraff now ahead of Vince van der Hallen. He's made up 7 places. Great work also by Maria Roberto, the number 152 from KR Sport. She's definitely been getting on with business. And she's up 10 places from 21st on the grid, now running 11th. 7.5 tenths cover the top 3. So Chalk from Verbeek with Jolly rounding out the top 3. Jensen Chalk has the fastest lap in his pocket. AJ Berggraff going for another move, this time on Vic Van Kampenhout. Van Kampenhout defends and takes the racing line. And I think Vince van der Hallen might have gotten through, possibly. Yes, he did. He did. I saw that just as they ran through turn number 5. So van der Hallen up another place. That is 8 positions gained from 17th on the grid after the final intermediate classification. And behind Theo Steindal, Yenthi Moonen is the cork in the bottle. Meantime, Michael Zajak looks up the inside, so does Vic Van Kampenhout. It's going to be wheel to wheel between the pair as they run through into turn 3. Van Kampenhout's going to lose 1, maybe even 2 spots. Oh, big moment through turn number 4. Big moment, and who was that around? I think that might have been Vince van der Hallen, possibly. It all came to drama at turn 4. Leaders now coming through the Michael Schumacher S on what will be the completion of lap number 12. Jensen Chalk, has he expanded the advantage? The answer is yes. He's gone up to half a second lead over Jeff Verbeek. Yes, Vince van der Hallen has dropped, and quite considerably. He's back where he started, down to 17th. Oh, moment there nearly for AJ Berggraff. Maria Roberto now up 12 places. She's running 9th behind Berggraff, who's trying to get through on Vic Van Kampenhout for 7th place. There are the trio. Down the hill into turn 7 and 8. So it's a bit of a piff-paff chicane there. Then they run up the hill here towards turn 9 at Mudkurva. So 2 more laps remain as Jensen Chalk's lead has been halved. Jeff Verbeek now just under 0.3 of a second behind. Max Jolly running very strongly, but he's lost a lot of that momentum he's had. Maybe he just wants to go, you know what, I would have loved to have gone for the win. I would have loved to have gone for the victory. You know what, these 2 guys in front of me, I need to score some really, really good points. And if that is the case, that puts Max Jolly on 4 points shy of 300 going into the final round of the championship. And as I said, there is a possibility. Anything's possible. 165 points if you get a clean sweep over the weekend. And that is what we're one lap away from doing with Jensen Chalk. Final lap underway. 10th and a half separate the top two. Verbeek looks to the outside through the second corner. Chalk defence, and now he's looking worriedly over his left and right shoulders. Now into 3, into 4, into 5. Tight defence there from Jensen Chalk. Very, very good little bit of nous there, used by the young man from Wootton under edge. Verbeek hot on his heels, nigh on bump drafting into turns 7 and 8. Now the run through 9. At Mutkerva for the final time. He's been put under pressure all weekend long, and as they say, you reap what you sow. Jensen Chalk does the clean sweep here at Kerpen at round 3, winning by 0.2 of a second. Max Jolly, welcome back once again to the podium, my friend. 2 successive rounds sees the Hunter Motorsport Brigade have a young star in the making, thanks to Max Jolly finishing 3rd. Jack Freeman takes 4th on his BNL KR Sport debut. Theo Steindal, the youngster from Latvia, started 9th, finishes 5th overall and wins Mini Rookie. Michael Zayak will have to consolidate himself with a 5th place in the class. 6th overall ahead of AJ Bergeraff, Vic van Kampenhout, and the biggest mover up the grid, Maria Roberto, 21st to 9th. Jenthimunen takes 10th head of Arthur Farrow. Albert Farrow takes 12th head of Ryan Rampadarath. Tafen Iskanen, Leon Herbos, Vince van der Hallen, well, it was going so well until it went badly wrong at turn 4, a few laps from the end. Finishes 16th head of Tristan Abiels, Matthias Verreken, Dejan Habits, Klaus Hans, Liam Hauger, Victor Reutz 22nd, having started from the exit of the dummy grid. Head of Plamen Georgiev. Jack Dupre being the last of the classified finishers, lap 6. Pauline Van Preet retired with Jesimunen out on the opening lap after contact with the 135. But Jensen Chalk, well, is the man of the moment and continues to lead the way to the final round at Karting Genk in late September.